Let's see, actually. Oh, taste of things! Oh, we did have a little taste of one of these earlier. You saw the video earlier today, the opening panel for Under the Reckoning Death Wish. The studio, Talon, is super amazing. I've had the opportunity to play a little bit of this game. It's set in New York City. It is really cool. We talk a lot about the core pillars of things in the world of darkness and things that are essential to various parts of the world of darkness. When we talk about Hunter, the first thing that I always say is diners. Diners are very important. That is where these weirdos hang out. And when I first was able to play, the first thing I saw was a diner, and it was very, very exciting to me. Super awesome, a lot of strong RPG elements. I don't know if any of you have had the opportunity to play Talon's RoboCop game, but it is amazing, where I'm just I really care about RoboCop now. Deeply. I deeply care about RoboCop. They've been just so cool.
Character creation there is pretty cool too, what we've seen so far.
Yeah, you mentioned that you're a hunter, and I really recommend to follow them on social media because they have shared a lot of materials already, some of the sneak peeks, interviews, and there's a lot of nice RPGs that we love to see in our video games, and the whole fact that they are trying to translate Hunter directly tabletop system into a video game. I think it's really.
Yes, we're not going to repeat that video for you already. So.
But I will repeat that if you haven't done this already. Check out your box that you have from Darkness Emergent with a little card. There is something hidden there, and if you are able to decipher it, you might win the copy of the game.
And then the next two on here, Werewolf, the Apocalypse Rage-Born, and Vampire Masquerade, Ghosts and Ashes. We do have a little bit of video game.
We have something from the Rage-Born developers.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, okay, we're gonna do technology. Let's move on.
My name is Neil, and I'm creative director and president of Research Studios. We're a small indie studio based in Quebec, Canada, so I'm really excited to present to you our next game, which is called Werewolf the Apocalypse Rage-Born. It's an action-adventure game based on Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition. The game is very inspired by classic action-adventure, and what really inspired us to use the werewolf in the apocalypse brand was the fact that the character itself comes with his own Metroidvania elements due to his shape-shifting design. In a classic action-adventure, your character has tools. In our case, our character has tools plus forms. And you can dynamically constantly shape-shift between those forms in order to complete exploration and combat challenges. It's super interesting. The drone is a good example of a multi-form solution and design. When it's flying above your head, you can hack and slash as much as you want with your melee combat and peanuts, but you're never going to kill it. Obviously, it charges you and you attack, that's what it's trying to do. So, giving the window to use melee. But obviously, it's not the perfect solution. The perfect solution is for you to shape-shift into a other form, use range weapon, or to down. It's a lot easier for you something that's flying above your head with a range weapon. So that's a good example of the type of ending that we have. The boss, so basically Blair, the director of the lab, pulls you into this boss room in the hopes of destroying you. That is a good other opportunities for you to use multiple shape-shifting. You cannot kill this boss unless you use your multiple forms. In the gameplay footage that you guys can see right now, going through this portion of the lab requires you to use your Lucas form. Lucas is way more agile when it comes to navigating a different platform, jumping farther, being quicker when it comes to navigating specific traversal systems. So it's up to the player to use the right forms also when it comes to exploration. Werewolf the Apocalypse Rage-Born is coming out next year, 2027, on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. You can follow us on social media and go wishlist the game on your preferred platform. Thank you very much, and I can't wait to show you more.
It feels really immersive and it feels really well done. So I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to show you guys more.
I like the genre. I think it really fits for both. So I'm looking forward to it.
Totally.
Speaking of genres, let's talk about one of my favorites. Fandom interacts with visual novels in general and how some of the past visual novels resonated with the community. And we're very happy to announce new one. Kind of announced it last month, I believe. Austin Ashes, which is set in Berlin. And we have one person here at the team that knows a little more about the setting. Are you excited?
I'm very excited to see more stuff. I've been playing games that take place in Berlin for years now, and I'm very excited to see what the team does. I love it.
And also, one of the fun aspects of this one is that she plays two vampires. One of them is a proper kindred, and the other one is Finland. So, and also we love the design of this particular Finland, like the lens is so fun. He's so cool.
Marty liking the plus, it's crazy.
I know, right? Probably my favorite. But I would love you to check out the Steam page and other reviews already available for this game because they share much more information, including screenshots that may include some pieces of the lore characters that you may recognize from Vampire Masquerade lore who are appearing in this game. And also the art is really cool and the general space is cool. They also introduced some mechanics in the game from the tabletop setting, so it's not going to be just a decision-based visual novel, there's going to be some fun tabletop stuff inserted into it. So yeah, check it out. It's from the studio called Revive the Spark, which is a new studio, and they're moving forward and we are very much cheering for the work.
They're definitely experienced with both VIP and with this style of game, and they're trying to innovate with the genre as well with some of the addition of those mechanics. So we're pretty excited for it. We're really happy about the company. So, yay! There's some weird thin blood guy. Here we go. Weird blood. Okay, am I supposed to go to the next one?
You are.
Okay, I will do that. Oh, this is the part where I have to like start saying things. Exciting. And this is where our it's your moment. It's our moment. This is our moment. Okay, everyone. I'm not gonna ask you to guess what this is going to be, so we're just gonna tell you because I'm like, that'll just someone will say something weird and then I'll want to do that instead. So we are working on a new Vampire Masquerade project. The main setup for this is we're relaunching as White Wolf. That's what I was here last year to spy on you guys, I guess, a little bit. So I was at Darkness Emergent last year with the announcement of White Wolf. Secretly, incognito, in my previous, because I was still in my previous role at a different game studio, which you may be familiar with, as I was creative director for both Magic the Gathering and then the vice president of the Dungeons and Dragons franchise. For many, many, many years, when anyone in my professional sphere would ask me what was my dream project, I said, I want to relaunch White Wolf. This is all I've ever thought of. I am a lifelong vampire lurker. I've played every single edition of most of the games of World of Darkness. There are a few that I have not. We will talk about those offline later. But I am such a fan and I believe so much that this is the game. And I think we all agree. Like, this is the most fun that you can have. Like, monstering, being a monster, being tormented about So when I was here incognito a year ago, I was so excited to be around all of you, to be in this environment where, the fandom is really brought to life, and to start thinking about what we should do. Basically, they're like, you want to restart White Wolf? I was like, yeah, of course, I totally want to do that. That's like all I've ever wanted to do. What did we do next, right? So what we did next was we hired in a new studio to bring development in-house. For a long time, basically the majority, I would say, of the V5 era, the 5th edition era, White Wolf has functioned as a non-entity. It has functioned as World of Darkness, as a brand that is, to use business terminology, it is basically brand management and licensing management. So we work with partners, amazing partners, who would do all sorts of amazing products for us, and that we still work with today. But the core development of what is the World of Darkness, what is Vampire, what are all of the other genres within the World of Darkness, was mainly outsourced, right? So we said, okay, we're going to hire a studio and we're going to take a look at what we actually want to do. And so the last year, I'd say, has been hiring people like this guy over here, amongst others, to bring in and go, hey, let's just dig into this. Dig into the entire legacy of everything that's been done for World of Darkness. I mean, how many, we've play tested every edition of Vampire, and, you know, just gone, what is working, what is like really flavorful. We all kind of forget over time. You know, I've forgotten what was in Revised versus Second versus First versus, you know, Chronicles of Darkness, etc.
Playing Requiem was really fun.
Yeah, playing Requiem was really fun. So we went forward and said, okay, we're going to go and diagnose everything that was happening here. And when we came to the conclusion of doing kind of an initial full World of Darkness exploration, and that's across all of our lines, we said, well, the first one we want to start with in development is Vampire the Masquerade. So that is what we're here to show you a little bit about today and to talk about. You know, we are so early in development that we're here to show you a little bit about today and to talk about. You know, we are so early in development that heavy community environment, and to stop hogging the microphone and to hand it over to my amazing colleague here. We're going to talk a little bit about how we're approaching it from a number of different angles. So, without further ado.
Hi, I'm Diogo, the game designer, and I'm supposed to talk a little bit about